here to be a carry here? I really don't know how to go about rather than the range ones. Even though there hasn't been any denies coming in from lorenof, but he's having a very nice time with landing in those last hits, and first blood is gonna be drawn down bottom as hasn't scaled up the snowball, but they will manage to get him eventually. It's gonna be a tag team for a little while. Ooh, bad teleportation right into the avalanche, and Dukalis is completely out of mana. Ulnit is gonna TP back to base to try to protect himself at the very least, and that was a little bit of a miscommunication. Lorenof to pick up the bounty rune, which definitely is gonna allow Chiro Jr. to get closer to his remnants. And annoying up top, NARMAN charges up, takes down Cloud, and they will throw themselves onto swedenstrong. Blood grenade coming in, Sprout as well from the... but they're just gonna cancel it for a little while. Dukalis looking pretty low there, but they have swedenstrong cordoned up, and Ulnit will claim yet another kill, adding up to... things are definitely, with the remnants now up in play, are gonna be a lot more sustainable for Chiro Jr. At least every 60 seconds, NARMAN will be able to snatch the arcane rune. Respects, trying to fight off versus lorenof, will be forced to make a run for it, as swedenstrong has arrived to tackle down NARMAN in the backline. And I was about to say that in the meanwhile, everything is pretty calm here for Munkushi, but he's the next target to be charged up. Nice vacuum coming in from Force. NARMAN will land in with the jump. Ulnit sprouting in from behind, and no, it looks like Force will eventually die here. Munkushi, there's the first flesh heap, but Ulnit is still dedicated, willing to claim at least one life in his favor, as he's a bit locked out, does have the magic wand available if things get uber bad, and oh, not gonna be able to proc it in time. Get some pressure onto the mid lane tower while the rest of Klim Sani4 are gonna throw themselves onto Force here yet again. There's the avalanche toss into the sticky bomb. Munkushi is gonna be stopped in the middle of it, and they will latch on to Munkushi. Force unfortunately will be taken down. Lorena finally zip-zapping back and forth, will be able to take two. Oh, and right in the middle of the jump, he will Vortex Respect back, who is gonna be a bit locked down around the trees, but even so, Team Tickles will finally get some very nice, unsuccessful, have put them on the back lines regarding their offlaner and their mid player. And with claiming the tier 1 tower, Klim Sani4 are gonna not allow that to slide. Chiro Jr. is in danger, and they will take him down. NARMAN, a long range charge just to land onto Respect. lorenof with the Vortex will get onto Munkushi, and a nice triple man jump with the silence, but still, it's not gonna be enough. Both lives will be claimed, all three actually, from Klim Sani4 in this bottom. In with the most classic of Dota signature heroes in the book, so they're pretty much easy to read. Up top, Cloud is gonna be charged up, snowballed. Ulnit coming in with the treants as well. Respect trying to turn this around once more. He will find a very juicy jump, and Cloud is actually gonna survive this. Ulnit is gonna be tossed back as well, so the aggression is gonna be thrown back into Team Tickle's face to find each other, and only so far it's gonna be Cloud being found around the top lane. Vortex up to his own demise. And our Klim Sani4 is gonna try to intercept this. They're still walking around all smoked up. But no, it's just gonna be Team Tickles going in on the other side, and it's a very interesting back and forth all around the play game from both sides. And they have eyes on Munkushi. Dukalis lands in the snowball into the punch. NARMAN closes in with the jump, and once more jump coming in from Respect, who will latch onto his enemies, but a lot of people have been killed in seconds here. Vortex into the wall, Ulnit looking pretty low. Chiro Jr. manages to run away back to safety. Ulnit will not live to see another day, as Klim Sani4 take 4. And who will show themselves first? Cloud is gonna unveil himself first. Dukalis in the danger zone. He's gonna be avalanche tossed up. Nice little vacuum into the wall there, but Dukalis will still lose his life. Munkushi handpicks the Storm Spirit lorenof, but his buddy will add up to insult to injury and take him down. Respect will lose his life in the back lanes. Ulnit is gonna TP away back to safety. NARMAN charging out at insanely low HP. Munkushi just still keeping claimed so far from Team Tickles. Klim Sani4 have taken 2. And they're gonna find lorenof tossing back into the steering chains. They're keeping him rooted up. Oh, it's gonna be a last second use before he can jump away, but he will do so successfully as he was pretty much full on mana. And he lives to see another day. Down bottom, Dukalis' life will be claimed. NARMAN attempted to try to take down Respect, but he's gonna be taken down thanks to Cloud and the Eye of the Storm. And to add up, they will take the tier 1 tower as well. Ulnit, he is being chased up, locked on the bridge. Munkushi is not gonna be able to pop his ultimate as he doesn't have any mana remaining, but still they will keep an eye onto the Nature's Prophet, throw everything they got before he has a chance to TP away. And for the E-Blade right afterwards is becoming a bigger and a bigger nuance to deal with. And uh-oh, NARMAN, Dukalis, lorenof coming through the tween gates to land right into Chira's shackles. It's gonna be a little bit of a jump onto swedenstrong, who will counter it very nicely. And yeah, not sure if they know, but I mean, this jumping around from Team Tickles between the twin portals definitely might have been seen by Klim Sani4 based on here, as well as NARMAN. Oh, he will be managed. Oh, not for long though. swedenstrong will find the avalanche toss, land him directly into Munkushi's hands. We're kind of forced to go in with a different approach. Maybe they were hoping to get the Nature's Prophet as a support at the start, but we'll see. Team Tickles caught red-handed as they were trying to enter the Roche pit to be instantly greeted. It's gonna be Force losing his life first. Oh, lorenof will be able to take the Aegis and run away with it. Yes, indeed. The rest of the team will die. Oh, no, swedenstrong will find the tree toss to get a lock on this hero, but now he's back at full mana. Not fast enough to avoid the toss. Still, he will be able to orb away to safety, which is a really fun item to see onto this Razor. But still, the first tier 3 tower has been claimed. Safe passage will be found. Oh, a bit of a missed hookshot there. As nice 4-man vacuum into the wall. Still, the damage output is not enough, as Cloud is pretty much chilling onto high ground, hunting Ulnit one by one. Dukalis is gonna die right after. There's the hookshot onto lorenof, who doesn't have any mana remaining, but the dismember is about 5 seconds away. NARMAN, life in danger. They will connect with the tree toss and the plasma field. Triple kill for the Cloud. Munkushi will finally find the kill, and GG will finally be called up by Team Tickles, as this game was pretty much full of memes. A bit slow, might I add, as I mean, I kind of got spoiled by Joe for having somebody to talk to during the previous cast, but even so, this was felt like it does have a good chase. The dismembers from and sometime disruption into the stun. There's the blood grenade as well, committed for the fight, but swedenstrong will come in from behind and harass Ulnit even further, so they cannot commit even further for the attempt to take down Cloud. Still, both of them are looking pretty low there, so they gotta be careful, as another jump like this will definitely cost them a lot. Up top, forced in the danger zone as the IO has gone missing, and first blood will be drawn thanks to Respect. The IO's absence has definitely been punished, as he is trying to get this deep observer ward to give away that intel. So yeah, any chance they get. Meanwhile, lorenof takes before he can start running away back to safety. Down bottom, things are not looking that shiny, as Ulnit is looking pretty low. Dukalis getting a lot of the damage from the flag cannon, and one more hit will be enough to take down Ulnit. Dukalis will follow right after. Will be willing to abuse. And now a little bit of a deep dive coming in from Respect. Gotta be careful there. There's the bash 1, there's the bash 2, and dive away back to safety, but it's cutting close. Attempts to slow down Force, unfortunately, just slightly prolonged his inevitable shot, but at the same time it was on cooldown, so it didn't end up that nice. Cloud once more thrown into disruption. Ulnit has already thrown the Laguna Blade, and they're gonna finally take him down. The poison damage was enough, and of course nobody else from Klim to try to protect their buddy. Swedenstrong was away from that onslaught. Bit more focused up on the whereabouts up top. lorenof, once again tethered up, tries to steal the rune. He will deliver a very nice stun. Still, Chira back and forth, kind of trying to keep up the pressure, but is gonna land into the disruption. Want to go for kills. They just want to hunt to the best of their ability, but Cloud, they're gonna bring the fight into him. As Force is gonna take a killing spree with 3 kills so far in the bag. Meanwhile, up top, Munkushi, they find lorenof as the relocate lands directly where they want it. Leshrac is in danger. Chira looking pretty low as well. Force keeping up the pressure, but they will toss in the supernova. NARMAN is gonna be melted down to smithereens. Chira still keeping up. But right into the crash. Still, they will force to chill around a bit more and take him down. Dukalis lurking in the trees. They will miss out on the hookshot. Disruption for a little bit of a save as Icaro's dive is still not available. And Dukalis will probably live. Klim do have a better idea of what's going on as they have this nice little deep observer ward over there. lorenof could also be scouted out here, realizing that there is no rune there for the taken. So it's gonna be an Invis rune for Chira Jr., who will he will not hesitate to use it and goes deep onto high ground to find lorenof and NARMAN, instantly chaining both of them up. Cooldown, double cooldown will be used up. It's already an upgraded one. NARMAN will lose his life in the process. lorenof makes it out alive thanks to the heals. But still, Force, now that the supernova is out of the picture, they will find a nice stun chain all onto Ulnit. And a Laguna Blade to top it all off onto Chira. A nice little turnaround there, as Klim only claimed the life of NARMAN, though also scouted out. Dukalis throwing in the disruption. Relocate is coming in, and there's a lot of pressure coming in. The team Tickles, the one thing... And still, they could be finding Chira here. Yep, there's this bash, but Chira is gonna throw in the change. Tries to go in away with the Ember Remnant, but lands into yet another Laguna Blade, so he couldn't get away that fast. You think you're fast, but these guys are strong. It's a little back and forth. No, actually, you're going in for the Roshan, where Chira is gonna be spotted out first. And it's runaway, as they don't know how many they are, but Chira definitely will realize everybody's there waiting for him. Gonna get stunned with 2 spells right after the Yules. And that was a very... Oh lord. And here come Team Tickles on the other side. Swedenstrong does have the cooldown, which he will use up before he dies. Cloud as well with the Eye of the Storm. They will take down Force, but Cloud is also looking insanely low. It's gonna be 4 taken down. Not sure where Respect and Force Dukalis, they're gonna smoke up. Definitely they have eyes on Respect, who will be jumped in. They don't even need a disruption anymore. But Sunray, to safety. Nope, not for long. Instantly stomped. And a little bit of a dance off. Or they're gonna go in on the defense here. Definitely something that Team Tickles are aware that is happening. But who will they find? Munkushi throws in the hookshot. They will find the Lina, Dismember. Nice Force Staff away. Will she TP out? Answer is no. And that's a very meaningful kill finally, after a long while going into the way of Klim. But no, they're gonna completely overlook that. Instead, they're gonna go on Dukalis there, who has dropped the last second observer there to keep him in check. Throws into Dismember, throws into Disruption, but he's gonna be dismembered. And we're up to level 3, so at the very least, everything is at... They do have eyes on where Munkushi is farming, so they can rotate up top, up towards the Ancients over there. Force leading the charge, but it's Klim coming in from the backsides. They want to take NARMAN and lorenof instead, but it's just gonna be a relocate away. Meanwhile, Force and the rest will throw themselves onto Munkushi. This is where the relocate ended. Thankfully, the supernova was in the back. to try to protect his buddy. A little bit of a disruption there is gonna hold Force into space, but a nice triple man bash there is gonna take down swedenstrong Ulnit. The Lina machine gun is doing a lot of heavy hitting, but Cloud is gonna survive everything thanks to the Eye of the Storm. 2 will go down. swedenstrong buys back Munkushi with the dismember, will keep Ulnit in place during the BKB duration. NARMAN is in danger. lorenof does not manage to escape during that team fight, and now Ulnit is gonna be the last man standing. It's looking like the first potential target to be jumped upon by Force, but instantly pops the BKB. Forces a turnaround onto Klim. Chira is gonna come in a bit more closer to his counterparts. Call down. They will get him stunned up. The Sunray is gonna keep him protected. Pop the BKB and jumps that way back to safety. Relocate for the save, but it's a quite short relocate if I'm not mistaken. Yep, a little bit of a lost momentum. Still, they will claim the life of Pudge for the first time. Still, NARMAN tethers away back to safety. A lot of spells being thrown up. They have used up the Purge, and they have eyes on Force, who will be hooked back into enemy hands, and it's gonna be an easy kill. 1 minute without Force, and at least 4 people to try to fight at this point, which is manageable by Klim. But they're a bit more focused into taking objectives. And they have potentially a very juicy prize to find there, which indeed will be found. lorenof and NARMAN. Was there a chance to relocate this time around? Answer is no. They will take down NARMAN before he manages to taxi lorenof away back to safety. Cloud obtaining both kills in the bag. And of course using the rest of the Eye of the Storm to take down off of cooldown. They are willing to fight. Force has also joined in as well. Chira, scouting on high ground, instantly finds where lorenof is. They will hook shot him, bring him back. Nice reaction with the Yules. Force is not gonna be able to land it on the stun, but oh, it's gonna be a very fast remnant away back to safety. lorenof is gonna be taxied back. Meanwhile, Force is gonna be hooked back from Munkushi, but it's just a little bit of a back and forth. All sides dropping very low on HP. Chira still keeping up the pressure, wants to close in onto his enemies, and another hook shot successful. Force is not gonna survive this time around. Chira keeping up the pressure, throws in the Shivas as well. He's gonna get disrupted for a little while, but the rest of the team have closed in as well. NARMAN melted down along with Dukalis. 3 down. Roshan, easy for the taken for sure. And yeah, slowly but surely, this team is coming back. I can't believe it. For yet another time, they're pulling off this draft. Taking Roshan without any contest, who does have the refresher shard onto him. Definitely something that Cloud will be willing to take now that he... I mean, of course, he also got the Satanic, which is gonna make things a lot more easier. But actually, no, they're not gonna give him Wisdom Rune. And the Gape and Graph is definitely starting to shift in their favor. Chira trying to find a jump onto Force. lorenof and the rest are keeping him. Ooh, nice little Force staff forward to take him out of the AoE stun. Still, they have a mark onto lorenof. They almost did not manage to connect with the missile, but still they are playing around with their food. There's Cloud coming in with the Static Link and the Eye of the Storm, trying to melt through his enemies during the BKB duration. Force jumps in from behind, but it's the Supernova finding its target. They will not be able to save him this time around. NARMAN, long range tether for the save. They will throw in the little homing missile, but most probably it's trying to find in a jump there, but he cannot go in blindly at all. As now, Klim are closing in from behind. They did find lorenof, but it's gonna be NARMAN and his life cleaned up first, slowly but surely. Down he goes. Force manages to not show himself. If he goes down, for sure the entirety coming right afterwards. So damage. Gyrocopter going in for the utility build. They will find Force eventually with Munkushi, expanding the BKB duration. Will they stop the TP? Answer is yes. Chira Jr. will claim the kill. Careful there, buddy. But even so, if they commit for a jump, the rest of Klim are ready and there to jump on. swedenstrong does give the thumbs up. Roshan is back in business. Force jumping in, will land onto 2. Cloud pops up the BKB in the very last second along with the Eye of the Storm. Force jumps out of the pit, but Ulnit's life is in danger. He will be destroyed on the spot along with the Divine Rapier. To add insult to injury, Force as well will be taken down. As NARMAN and lorenof will run away. A recently claimed Rapier is gonna be a bit too much to handle it for the final defense. Using the glyph to the very last second, they will find a hookshot onto NARMAN, but yeah, they will be able to get him into place for a little while. The disruption is gonna keep things in check. Insta buyback coming in. Chira Jr. looking pretty low, but will make a run for it. And oh, attempts were being made to save the life of his buddy. But it seems like Cloud is gonna be locked onto Force. Laguna Blade and everything will go in his face. And the Divine Rapier is gonna be reclaimed. More out of this. Munkushi keeping up with the offense, right under the Observer Ward. Force is instantly gonna jump upon him, but Klim will use this as the advantage. Cloud jumping in with the Eye of the Storm. They're willing to melt through somebody. Force runs away back to safety. Ulnit is being locked down, but a very fast relocate, very close by, is gonna save the day for a little while. lorenof tries to run off with the TP. Answer is yes. He will manage to do so. NARMAN will be relocated back from where he came from, and he's gonna be the sole. But they're slowly getting there. Oh, finally the hookshot will land onto lorenof, but he will walk away. Force shows his face. Here come the call downs. Once again, looking like he's dropping pretty low. He will need to forcefully there. Oh, nice double stun with the splitter coming by, and Cloud is gonna lose his life. Instantly buys back for the occasion. Force looking also pretty low. He will not make it out of there alive, but buys back as well. Dismember onto lorenof. They will throw in the supernova with the Sunray. And hookshot, back to you. Another buyback coming in. Dukalis is gonna buy once more. Only one buyback will be forced out from Klim. As once again, they will not be able to take these bloody racks for such a long time. lorenof, there's the hookshot from the Gleipnir log, but they will find Chira Jr., who will jump back to safety once more. So come on, to get the IO, he's not gonna be able to come back, at least in the next 40 seconds. Doesn't even have the gold for a buyback if things get ugly. It's gonna be a courier scout. Don't bait for it. Yeah, you shouldn't. It's gonna be just lorenof. Yep, now they find them eventually. Supernova, lorenof manages to find a high ground safe. NARMAN is gonna be taken down out of the picture for 85 seconds. Even if he gets a buyback, he won't be able to do anything about it. Munkushi messes up. The racks are saved this time around. They can go in. No splitter this time. And finally, they can end the final barracks. Ulnit shows up, instantly stuns Chira. There's the Laguna Blade also used up. Force will show his face. They will anchor back Cloud, and he is gonna fall down for for 2 minutes. He's gonna be out of the picture. That's a really, really big kill in the favor of Team Tickles. Chira throws in the Gleipnir, tries to dance around his enemies for a little while. You know that there's something lurking into the Roche pit. Is he gonna go down sooner than later? It's gonna be sooner. Chira shows his face, instantly jumps in, latches onto Ulnit and onto Force. The supernova pops up from the side with the Gleipnir. They will get a hookshot onto Force, but here comes the rest of the crew with the relocate. They will try to turn this around, but another supernova will be popped up, melts through NARMAN, almost saves himself with the Wind Waker, and eventually he will be taken down. 90 seconds without the Io. Munkushi broken down and blasted into pieces. They won't lose anybody else. I spoke too soon. They will lose respect. Last man standing is gonna be Chira along with Swedenstrong. Has been chilling at less than 1,000 HP. Ulnit is gonna be found though, lurking around the mid lane. Will they keep up the pressure? Mako lands the hookshot right into the face of his enemies, and the Aegis will be claimed. Rest of Team Tickles show up a tad too late to the fight, allowing Klim to dictate the tempo. Still, Ulnit manages to pop the BKB, but hookshot back, and he's gonna lose his life for a second time. Insta buyback for the occasion. It's all or nothing, ladies and gentlemen. lorenof trying to make it on for the run. Chira still keeping up the pressure. They will land in another hookshot. Respect pops the refresher, willing to go in for yet another supernova. Now he's hexed up, nowhere to go. They will get Force for the first time. Does have a buyback. which should be used up as Ulnit is looking pretty bad. Throws in the Laguna Blade onto Respect, but they will manage to survive. lorenof gets hook shotted back. There's the buyback coming in. Shira looking pretty bad, but will take down Dukalis potentially before he dies. But oh, it's a very nice jump sidestep there from him. Instant buyback coming in. NARMAN looking pretty low. They're running short on these buybacks. The tier 4 tower is under siege. lorenof is being pushed back right in the middle of the Ancient, and there's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Add another buyback to the equation, and Klim will be able to... Oof. The Icarus dive scouts out what's going up ahead. Call down onto NARMAN, finds lorenof as well. The Ancient is definitely exposed. They can go for it. Munkushi lands a hookshot, instant Windwalker coming in from lorenof, but they will drain up his attack. Force jumping in into the middle. He tries to force somebody out. A little bit of a back and forth. They still have a lock onto lorenof, who's pretty much dancing around to save his life. Looking once again low, gets stuck into the Ancient, away for 2 minutes. Hookshot. They find Force away from the fountain, but they're focusing on to the throne now that everybody's trying to reset. Last glyph being used up. They are forcing them into the fountain, still keeping things in check. Now the glyph is off. They do have a chance to attack the Ancient one more time, and ladies and gentlemen, this game has ended in 69 minutes. Quite nice, might I add, but eventually the meme draft delivered.